Hello guys, welcome back. So in the previous lecture we have seen what is the use of get method in the single linked list. So in this lecture let's quickly implement it. Okay, it's pretty straightforward, so it won't take much time. Okay, and it's easy to understand obviously. Okay, so let's quickly start implementing it. Okay, so for that we first need a method name with get. Okay, and here we have to pass some index or id x we can pass. Okay, it's up to you because at the end it is just index only, right? So yeah, here what we have to do first, we have to write one edge case. Okay, so if the id x is smaller than 0, okay, or we can say if id x is greater than or equals to this dot length. Okay, so in these two cases what we have to do, let me see quickly. I think I have explained somewhere, like if the index is not matching then we have to return something, right? I have wrote something somewhere. um, Get method, implement get method except if no value, return null. Okay, fine, right? So if the length is, like if the index which you are passing, if it is smaller than 0, okay, or if it is greater than or equals to the length of the linked list, then we simply have to return null. Okay, that means the index itself is not there, then how you are going to fetch the node in that particular index? That does not make any sense, right? So yeah, it is for that. Okay, so let's quickly create current id x, because this is what we are going to use. Let's set it to 0. Okay, and then we need let current node, let's set it to this dot head. Okay, so why I am setting it? Okay, let me quickly first finish these things. Okay, and then this current node we are going to return at the end. Okay, so why I'm picking this current head? Because see, in our single linked list we don't have the nodes indexed, right? The nodes does not have their own index. Then how we are going to find like this particular node is at this particular index? Simply we are going to start from the head node, right? And then we are going to iterate through all the nodes until we find the node on the particular index. Okay, while looping through the linked list. Okay, that is the idea, right? So that is why in starting I'm picking the head node and I'm returning it. Okay, now this current index we are going to use, see here I'm going to use while loop, where I'll be simply passing index is not equals to current index. Okay, yeah, so here what I'm going to do, here current index I'm going to increment. Okay, and then simply I'll be setting the current node, like I'll be simply moving the current nodes towards the index at which we have to find the particular node. Okay, so here simply current node dot next. Okay, so if we are starting from the head, then the second node is going to get updated here. If the current index is, the past index is not matching with the current index, so current index is 0. If it is not matching, then we are going to increment the index by 1. That means previously the current index was 0, now the current index will be 1. Okay, so if the current index is 1, then we are going to move the current node. So earlier the current node was the head node, now the current node will be the second node, right? So this loop will run until our index matches the current index, right? So if it does not matches the current index, that means the first node itself is the current node and we are going to return it. Okay, and in case if it is matching it somewhere, so let's say after 3 iterations this the past index matched with the current index. Okay, so then what will happen, we already have updated the current node. Okay, so this node will get returned from here. Okay, and this is all you need to do in the implementation of the get method. Okay, so this is all we have to do, it's nothing much complicated, right? So yeah, this thing I'll wrap it in braces. I know it doesn't make sense, but for sake of like visibility, because that in that place it was not that much visible, So with the braces, at least it will be a little bit visible, right? So if there is no index, or we can say index is, if you are passing index in negative by any chance, or if you are passing index which is greater than the length of the linked list, then we are simply returning null. Otherwise, what we are doing, we are setting current index, we are incrementing it every time, we are updating the current node. So initially we will start with the head node, and then we will end up like finding the current node at that particular index, okay, and then that current node we are going to return at the end, okay. So now let's quickly add few elements here in the linked list, and then let's see whether our linked list is working fine or not. Okay, I have to remove these console logs first. So 2247 I have to see where it is coming from. So it must be somewhere here. Okay, so it's this thing, right? So I don't want this right now, so let it be like this. Okay, so we have simply added 4 nodes here. Okay, so if you want, you can take a screenshot of it, but take a screenshot after we make sure this thing is working fine, because I also haven't tested yet, right? So let's quickly see whether it is working fine. Okay, so new SLL dot get, here I have to pass the index. Let's pass -2. Let's see what happens. It's already returning me null. It's zoomed enough, I think. Okay, it's already returning me null, right? So now let's pass something which is already there, 0 1 2. Let's pass 2. Let's see what happens if we pass just 2. Okay, so as you can see, the node at position sec2, that means we have made this 0 based, right? The node at position 2 got returned from here. Okay, so this is node, the next value of this node is i4, that means the third one, this one got returned, right? So what happened, we have passed 2, our current index is 0, 2 is not equal to 0, it went inside this while loop, current index got incremented, current node got changed from current node to current node dot next. So our current node was this, now the next node will be this, the updated current node will be this one. Okay, and then again it went inside this while loop until this condition fails, right? So in the second loop, this was our current loop, this was our current node. Okay, so our current index got incremented by 1. Okay, and then current node got updated by current node dot dex. The next node for this current node is this one, so this node got stored as a current node, and then it got returned at the end, and it is simple as that. Okay, so now we already have our get method fully functioning here. Let's quickly experiment a little bit more to make sure it is working fine. Let's pass 23 and let's see what happens. Okay, so now it is giving me null, that means our get method is working totally fine. Okay, so yeah, this is all about get method. Now let's quickly see few more interesting methods which we can implement in the linked list. So this is it for today, see you in the next one.